If you needed another reason to support Medicare for all, then good news. The Commonwealth Fund came out this week with a new report explaining in detail why we need a single-payer healthcare system here in the United States. And the biggest reason, by the way, is because among other wealthy industrialized countries, the United States ranks dead last in healthcare quality. We also rank dead last in infant and maternal mortality rates, and we have the lowest life expectancy once you hit age 60. And guess what, folks? The Commonwealth Fund also pointed out that these problems that the United States have are all tied to inequities in our healthcare system, meaning because many people cannot afford healthcare, they're driving down the numbers. They're making the country worse. Rich people are fine. You break down the demographics of people making over, $300,000-$400,000 a year, they're just as healthy as all those individuals over in the industrialized world and all those other wealthy nations. They're doing just fine. They're just like the people who have universal health care. But as you go down that income ladder, that's where the discrepancies are. The poorer you are, the lower your life expectancy. The more likely you are to have an infant or child die shortly after birth. The more likely you are, as a woman, to die giving birth or die shortly thereafter. There's a whole host of health problems here in the United States that disproportionately affect low-income individuals. Health problems, by the way, we're also number one in preventable deaths. Health problems that could be prevented if these people had adequate medical care provided to them by the government. We also, by the way, in addition to having the worst health care of all these countries, we spend more on it than the rest of the countries too. So even though they actually have government-funded health care, and by the way, the countries are, just so we're all clear, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. We're spending 16.8% of our GDP on healthcare, which is actually more than twice of what Switzerland pays. Norway, that has the top performing system, according to this report, they only spend 10.5% of their GDP on healthcare. 10%. We're paying more than that, and we don't even have universal care. So here, let me read this part from the report too. The Commonwealth Fund spotlights 4 features of high-performing healthcare systems that allow them to deliver far superior care for less cost than the fragmented U.S. system. Number 1, they provide for universal coverage and remove cost barriers. Number 2, they invest in primary care systems to ensure that high-value services are equitably available in all communities to all people. Meaning, you don't just have to be rich to get quality care here in the United States. Number 3, they reduce administrative burdens that divert time, efforts, and spending from health improvement efforts. And number 4, they invest in social services, especially for children and working-age adults. Folks, this could not be any more clear for you. You want to live longer, you want to spend less, Medicare for all is the only path forward. It is the only path forward for the United States, and yet somehow we're not getting on the path. We're stuck. We're standing still. We're not doing what we need to do to keep each other alive with a better quality of life. It is what it is. The healthcare lobby, the political donations from insurance companies, hospital corporations, drug manufacturers, that money is sending us to an early grave. But don't fear, those politicians who are preventing us from having this kind of health care, they got wonderful care. And they make a hell of a lot of money to be able to afford it. The rest of us, we're at the mercy of these big corporations who don't care if we live or die. That is American health care, and that is why we're the worst among wealthy nations. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.